exponents. All right, so we're going to start off easy. We're going to start off with an easy example of how we do this. And if you remember with products, we added. So with quotient, hopefully our logical process would be that we would be subtracting the exponents, which is exactly what we're going to be doing. So x to the 5th over x to the 3rd. Okay, so again, excuse me, I'm going to be blowing my nose. Sorry about that, allergy season. All right. So we're dividing. That's all a fraction means. It means to divide. So we're going to take those exponents of the same letter and we're going to subtract them. And whatever number we get, we're going to do top minus bottom, and it's going to end up in the top. So 5 minus 3 is 2. So we're left with x squared here. Pretty easy. It's just because 3 of these x's cancel out with these 3, leaving 2 in the top. Okay? Any questions on our first example?
No.
Excellent. Let's make it a little harder then. Let's use y this time for example 2. Let's say we have y to the 4th over y to the negative 2nd. So same thing, we're going to subtract the top number from the bottom, but we have a negative this time, so we have to be careful when we're subtracting. So we're going to have y to the 4th minus negative 2. That's really what we're doing. We're subtracting the bottom exponent. When we subtract a negative, it's the same as adding. So we're going to have y to the 4 plus 2, which is y to the 6th. Okay? Any questions on that negative subtraction? Same process, we just got to be careful of our signs with those. Perfect. All right, stop blowing up the chat unless you have a question, and only answer once, please, okay? You don't need to type the same answer 62 times. All right, let's make this a little bit more challenging. Let's add in some coefficients here. Coefficients is a fancy word for a number in front of a letter, okay? Let's say we have 6 x to the 7th over 2 x to the 4th. Okay, so the exponents are fine. We can treat these just like we just learned about. 7 minus 4, we have x to the 3rd, easy. However, with the numbers, just like with product rule, the numbers act different. These are two numbers dividing each other. So let's start with the x's. We got x to the 3rd, just like we had in the last two examples by subtraction. The numbers we're going to simplify like a fraction. 6 over 2, that simplifies to 3. So just like with product rule, we added the exponents, multiplied the numbers. For quotient rule, we're going to subtract the exponents and simplify the numbers. So 6 over 2, that's just 3 when you divide it. Okay? Any questions on the third example that we got here? Does anybody need me to repeat anything? I know I'm lagging, so I'm going to slow down a little bit. Everybody okay? Yes, I know, you guys are smart. Smarty pantses over here. All right, we're gonna do one more example. Let's do, All right, so this one's a little bit more challenging. It has a bunch of stuff going on, okay? So again, we can only do x's with x's, y's with y's, z's with z's, numbers with numbers. Thanks. Thank you. All right, so let's start with our x's, and we're going to do the same thing that we've been doing, okay? We have x to the 3rd over x to the negative 2nd, just the x's we're looking at. We're going to subtract those. So for x, it's going to be 3 minus negative 2. That's the same as plus 2. Okay, so we're going to have x to the 5th. 3 minus negative 2 is the same as 3 plus 2. That gives us 5 total x's. Y doesn't have a friend, so Y is just going to stay in the top. Okay. And then Z, excuse me, we got -2 minus 2 more. That's -4. Okay. No, I have very bad allergies. You guys you'll get used to it. This time of year is terrible. Now, we got to deal with these numbers. These numbers don't divide nicely this time. However, this fraction, ignoring the letters, simplifies. What does 24 and 36 have in common? What can we divide both of those numbers by? Exactly. We can divide them both by 12. Good. So 12 is the greatest common factor. So that's the biggest number we can divide by. So we divide 24 by 12, we get 2. When we divide 36 by 12, we get 3. Okay, so here is our final answer for now. We have more properties to learn, not today, but next week. Okay? Any questions on how to do this process?
No.
Okay.